Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about structure and uses of different phenols. In today's lecture I am going to discuss about structure and uses as well as properties of phenol, cresols, resorcinol and naphthols. These are the different types of phenols. So start with the phenol. Phenol is also known as carbolic acid. Right? It is also known as the carbolic acid. As we know that it is an aromatic compound. Phenol is aromatic in nature according to the Huckel rule. See the structure of phenol in which hydroxyl group is present on the benzene ring. Right? That is the phenol. And according to Huckel rule, it is aromatic in nature. What is the Huckel rule? That is 4n plus 2 pi electrons should be present in ring system, where n is the number of ring present in the compound or molecule. So here in phenol, number of ring is 1. Here one benzene ring is present. So put the value of n equal to 1 in 4n plus 2 equation. So it becomes 4 into 1 plus 2, that is total 6. So there should be 6 pi electrons in a phenol ring, right? And that is delocalized pi electrons, right? So see the structure of phenol in which benzene ring contain the 6 pi electrons in the form of 3 pi bond and which are continuously in delocalized form, right? So according to Huckel rule, phenol is aromatic in nature, right? And it has the molecular formula C6H5OH, or you can say C6H6O also, right? Now going toward the properties of the phenol. Phenol is slightly acidic in nature, as we know that, right? We have already discussed about the acidity of phenol, why phenol shows the acidic nature and effect of the different substituents on the acidity of the phenol, right? So because of tendency of the phenol to donate the proton or H plus ion into the reaction, that's why it shows the slightly acidic nature, right? And it can easily react with the strong alkali because phenol is weak acid. That's why it cannot react with the weak alkali, but it can easily or readily react with the strong alkali like sodium hydroxide. Right? Phenol is more water soluble and having a high boiling point, right, as compared to the corresponding alkyl halides and different aromatic compounds, right? Because of having the OH group, hydroxyl group, which form the hydrogen bond with the water, that's why it is more water soluble, right? Phenol, hydroxyl group of the phenol form the hydrogen bond with the water molecule, that is intermolecular hydrogen bond formation, and that's why it shows the more water solubility and showing high boiling point. It is also because of the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, right? Two molecules of phenol also form the hydrogen bond, and that's why molecules of the phenol are bounded by the intermolecular hydrogen bonds, and that's why it requires the more energy to break down this force between two molecules, and that's why it possesses the high or shows the high boiling points, right? Now physical properties, other physical properties like appearance and state of the phenol. So phenol is colorless liquid or white solid at the room temperature. Right? At room temperature, phenols are present as colorless liquid or white solids. Right? Now see the structure of phenol, in which the molecule consists of the phenyl group. Here C6H5, that is phenyl group, which is attached to the hydroxyl group OH group. Right? Then here oxygen of the hydroxyl group is bound to the carbon of benzene ring, that is a formation of CO bond, right? CO bond, and this CO bond is formed by the overlapping of the sp2 hybridized orbital of the carbon, right? Because here carbon is the double bonded, and as we know that double bonded carbon are sp2 hybridized, right? So it generates the sp2 hybridized orbital. So sp2 hybridized orbital of this carbon is overlapped with the sp3 hybridized orbital of this oxygen, right? So CO bond is formed by the overlapping of sp2 hybrid orbital of carbon with sp3 hybrid orbital of oxygen atom, right? Now another property of the phenol, important property of the phenol is that it may be highly toxic and caustic when on exposure to the skin. Phenol produces the irritation to the skin, right? And it may be highly toxic and caustic. Now uses of phenol. It is used as powerful antiseptic in soaps, lotion, etc. Right? It is used as powerful antiseptic in the form of soaps or lotions or cream, etc. Right? It is used to synthesize bakelite, plastic, resin, etc. These are the different types of polymers. Right? Bakelite, plastic, resins. These are the different polymers which can be synthesized by using the phenol. Then cyclohexanone also can be synthesized by using the phenol. Partial hydrogenation of the phenol gives the cyclohexanone. Right? Partial hydrogenation of the phenol gives cyclohexanone, and this cyclohexanone is used as a precursor of nylon, right? For that's why it is also important for the synthesis of the nylon. Cyclohexanone is the precursor of nylon, and it can be synthesized from the hydrogenation of phenol, right? Phenol is also used for extraction of nucleic acid, that is RNA as well as DNA, right? So it has the important use is that for the extraction of nucleic acid. Then bisphenol can also be produced by using the phenol. Condensation of phenol with acetone gives the bisphenol, right? How bisphenol is prepared? By condensation of phenol with acetone molecule, that gives the bisphenol, and this bisphenol is used to synthesize various epoxide resins and polycarbonates, right? Different type of epoxide resins and polycarbonates can be synthesized by using bisphenol, and bisphenol is produced by condensation of phenol with acetone molecule. In cosmetic industries, in the manufacture of sunscreens, skin lightening creams and hair coloring solution, phenol is used, right? Phenol is used in cosmetic industries, especially in the manufacturing of sunscreen lotions, skin lightening creams and hair coloring solutions. Other uses of phenols, these are: phenol can be used in cosmetic surgery, and in cosmetic surgery it is used as an exfoliant, right? In cosmetic surgery phenol can be used as an exfoliant. What is exfoliant? It is one type of cosmetic that is used to remove the dead skin cells from the surface of the skin, right? So in cosmetic surgery phenol can be used as exfoliant. Temporarily and medicinally it is used to treat the pharyngitis, right? Medically it is used temporarily to treat the pharyngitis. What is pharyngitis? That is the infection and inflammation of pharynx, right? Infection and inflammation of pharynx, right? So in this type of condition phenol can be used. Then phenol is used in manufacturing of drugs like Salol, aspirin, salicylic acid, etc. Right? These drugs are the NSAIDs or antipyretic drugs. Antipyretic drugs, that means drugs which are used to lower the body temperature to the normal level, right? And they are also known as the NSAIDs, that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, right? Then phenol is used as a component of industrial plane strippers, right? And it is used in the aviation industry for the removal of epoxy, polyurethane and other chemically resistant coating. This type of use is carried out into the aviation industry. What is aviation industry? It is related to the aircrafting, right? That is the mechanically used in production of the or function of the wings of aircraft, right? So aviation industry in short related to the aircraft industry, right? So in aircraft industry it is used for the removal of epoxy, polyurethane and other chemically resistant coating from the wings. Then phenol is used in manufacturing of picric acid, right? As we know that picric acid is the 2,4,6-trinitrophenol, right? So picric acid can be manufactured or synthesized by the nitration of the phenol, and it is converted into 2,4,6-trinitrophenol, that is picric acid. And picric acid is used as explosive and as a dye, right? Phenol is used as a preservative for the ink, right? So these are the different uses of the phenol. Next one is cresols. Cresols are organic compounds which are also known as hydroxytoluene or methyl phenols. Hydroxytoluene, that means toluene is nothing but the benzene ring having the CH3 group, right? Benzene ring having the CH3 group, that is the toluene. And hydroxytoluene, that means ring having CH3 group plus OH group, right? That's why it is known as the hydroxytoluene. Or methyl phenols. Phenols, that means ring having OH group, right? That is phenol. And methyl phenol, that means on ring OH plus CH3 group is present. So in short, cresols are the compound in which benzene ring possess two groups, that is OH group, hydroxyl group and methyl group, right? And molecular formula of cresol is C7H8O, right? 7 atom of carbon, 8 atom of hydrogen and one oxygen atom. Right? Now, cresol have in cresols benzene ring have two group, that is hydroxyl group and methyl group. So according to the relative position of these two groups, there are three isomers of the cresols, right? Orthocresol, metacresol and paracresol, right? Now orthocresol, in which both hydroxyl group and CH3 group, methyl group, are present at 1, 2 or ortho position to each other, right? In metacresol, hydroxyl group and methyl group are present at 1, 3 position to each other. And paracresol are the compound in which methyl group and hydroxyl group are present at 1, 4 position to each other, right? So according to the relative position of these two group, hydroxyl group and methyl group, cresols have the different three isomer, orthocresol, metacresol and paracresol, right? And cresols are extracted from the coal tar or produced synthetically. Naturally, they are extracted from the coal tar, and in many cases they are produced synthetically by using the phenol, right? Phenol is react with methyl chloride in presence of aluminium chloride and produces the mixture of orthocresol and paracresol. It is the example of Friedel-Crafts alkylation, right? Friedel-Crafts alkylation of the benzene ring in phenol. So it produces the mixture of ortho and paracresol. As I said that they are known as the hydroxytoluene or methyl phenols. That means benzene ring have the one OH group and one methyl group. These are solid or liquid, and that is depends on the temperature, on long temperature in the surrounding, right? On long exposure to air, they are oxidized, right? At room temperature, they are solid or liquid, and also that is depend upon the temperature, right? And on long exposure to air, they are oxidized, right? And impurities present in cresols oftenly gives cresols a yellowish to brown red tint, right? That is because of the presence of impurities, and that cause the degradation of the cresols. They have characteristic odor like phenols. Cresols have characteristic odor like phenols. Cresols on exposure to cresol in high concentration can cause irritation and burning of skin, eyes, mouth and throat, right? As well as abdominal pain, vomiting, anemia, liver and kidney damage may occur. Okay? So it is toxic in nature. Then uses of cresols. 2-methyl 4-chlorophenoxyacetic acid, that is also known as the MCPA, and this MCPA, that is 2-methyl 4-chlorophenoxyacetic acid, is used as herbicides, and this molecule is synthesized by chlorination and etherification of orthocresol, right? 2-methyl 4-chlorophenoxyacetic acid is synthesized by chlorination and etherification of orthocresol, and after that this compound is used as herbicides. Then second molecule is carvacrol. Carvacrol can be synthesized by alkylation of orthocresol, right? By alkylation of orthocresol, and this carvacrol is a strong antibacterial agent, right? Another use of arthrocresol is used in synthesis of muscle relaxant drug, that is mefenacin. Right? Mefenacin is muscle relaxant drug and it can be synthesized from the orthocresol. Right? So these are the three uses of the orthocresol. Now paracresol is used in synthesis of or production of the BHT, that is butylated hydroxytoluene. BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, and this butylated hydroxytoluene is well known antioxidant. Right? It is used as antioxidant in different pharmaceuticals. Right? Then paracresol is also used for the synthesis of bupranolol, and bupranolol is beta blocker, right? Selective beta blocker, which is used for the management of hypertensive condition. Then metacresol is used for the precursor for various compounds like phenitrophenolthione and phenethione. And this phenitrophenolthione and phenethione is used as pesticides. Metacresol is also serve as precursor for synthesis of synthetic vitamin E as well as amyl metacresol, and amyl metacresol is further used as antiseptic. Then precursor for a solvent which are used for the polymers. Precursor for preservative in some insulin. Then for the precursor of toliprolol and tolamolol, they are the again beta adrenergic antagonist and useful for the treatment of different cardiovascular disease, especially hypertension. Then chlorometacresol, that is used as household disinfectant. Right? Next molecule is resorcinol, that is 1,3-isomer of the benzene diol. Right? It is example of benzene diol. That means benzene ring having the 2 OH group. Right? And these 2 OH group are present at 1,3 position to each other or meta to each other. That is known as the resorcinol, and that's why it is known as the 1,3-benzene diol. Right? It is colorless and readily soluble in water, alcohol and ether, but insoluble in chloroform and carbon sulfide, that is CS2. Right? It reduces the Fehling solution readily. Right? It condenses with acid and acid chlorides to give res acetophenone molecule. Resorcinol undergoes electrophilic as well as nucleophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic as well as nucleophilic. Electrophilic, that is because of the presence of benzene ring. Right? In benzene ring, electrophilic substitution reaction occur. In nucleophilic substitution reaction, that is because of presence of OH group, hydroxyl group, right, which is electron donating group. It becomes pink on exposure to light and air or contact with the iron. Right? When resorcinol comes in contact with iron, air or light, then it is converted into pink colored compound. It has a sweet taste and it causes the irritation on skin and mucous membrane. Uses of resorcinol: it is used as an antiseptic and disinfectant. Its 5 to 10% ointment preparation is useful for the treatment of psoriasis, eczema and hidradenitis. Right? Psoriasis and eczema as well as hidradenitis are the different skin diseases, right? And especially hidradenitis, that is skin disease characterized by occurrence of inflamed and swollen lumps. Right? So these are the different skin diseases, and for the treatment of this type of skin diseases, 5 to 10% ointment preparation of resorcinol can be used. 2% solution of resorcinol is used in hay fever and whooping cough. Right? Hay fever, that is the one type of common cold. Right? So in common cold, that is hay fever, and in whooping cough, 2% solution of resorcinol can be used. Then it is also used in anti-dandruff shampoo or in sunscreen cosmetics. It has been also employed in the treatment of gastric ulcer. It has also having analgesic activity or effect, so it is used as an ingredient in some drugs like Resinol, Vagisil and Clearasil. It is used in production of diazodide and plasticizers and as a UV absorber in resin. Resorcinol is used as an analytical reagent for determination of ketosis sugar. Right? Important uses of resorcinol, that is, it is used as an analytical reagent for determination of ketose sugar. Right? Then it is also used for the field of rubber adhesives and synthetic resins. It can be used for making blue silk and the adhesive agent for tire cord for nylon purpose. Making the wood glue and adhesive for vinyl material. That means it can be used for the different type of used for the synthesis of different type of the adhesive material. It can be used for characterization and determination of zinc, lead, tartaric acid, right? And through the colorimetric method, right? By using the colorimetry method and resorcinol, zinc, lead and tartaric acid can be characterized or determined. It has bactericidal effects and it is used as preservatives. It is used as a parent molecule in supramolecular chemistry, holding the target molecules in proper alignments for the reactions. Naphthols, having the molecular formula C10H7OH. Right? Naphthol is composed of a hydroxyl group that is bonded to the naphthalene ring. Right? Naphthols are the compound in which hydroxyl group is bonded to the naphthalene ring, and it can be exist in two isomers, that is 1-naphthol and 2-naphthol, also known as alpha-naphthol and beta-naphthol. 1-naphthol of alpha-naphthol and second isomer is 2-naphthol or beta-naphthol. Right? These two isomers differ by which carbon in the naphthalene ring that is bounded to the hydroxyl group. Right? In alpha-naphthol, hydroxyl group is bound to the first carbon of the naphthalene ring, and in beta-naphthol, hydroxyl group is bonded to the second carbon of the naphthalene ring. Right? Being in aromatic in nature, it has alternating double and single bond. Right? According to Huckel rule, naphthols are aromatic in nature. Right? So again put the value of n into the equation 4n plus 2. Right? So here n equal to 2 because here two rings are present. Right? So in n equal to 2, that means 4 into 2 plus 2. Right? That means total 10. So here 10 pi electrons or delocalized electrons should be present. So see, in the ring there are 5 pi bonds are present, right? 5 pi bonds, that means 10 pi electrons, and they are in delocalized form, right? So according to Huckel rule, they are aromatic in nature and having alternating double and single bond, right? Due to more electronegativity of oxygen than both carbon and hydrogen, naphthol is highly polar in nature. 1-naphthol is a white solid, fluorescent compound and soluble in alcohol, ether and chloroform. 2-naphthol or beta-naphthol is a colorless or yellow crystalline solid, fluorescent and having same solubility as 1-naphthol, that is soluble in alcohol, ether and chloroform. Now uses of naphthol. First see uses of the 1-naphthol. 1-naphthol is an ingredient of Molish reagent which is used for detecting the presence of carbohydrate. As we know that Molish reagent is an important reagent for the determination of the carbohydrates. It is a precursor of variety of insecticides like carbamide. 1-naphthol is used to detect the presence of arginine in protein, and that is detected by using the Sakaguchi test. Sakaguchi test is useful for the determination of arginine in protein, and in this test 1-naphthol is used. 1-naphthol is used to detect the breakdown of glucose into acetoin, which is used by bacteria for external energy storage by Voges-Proskauer test. Right? During the performing of this test, Voges-Proskauer test, there is a breakdown of glucose is carried out, and glucose is broken down into the acetoin molecule, and this acetoin molecule is used by the bacteria for external energy storage, right? So detection of the breakdown of this glucose molecule, 1-naphthol is used. Now 2-naphthol, uses of the 2-naphthol or beta-naphthol. It is used as precursor for preparation of Sudan dyes, right? For the preparation of Sudan dyes, and as we know that Sudan dye is used as dyes for various plastics and to stain Sudanophilic biological samples, usually lipids as well as different fat molecule. 2-naphthol is used for synthesis of binol, which is used as ligand for transition metal catalyzed synthesis. And binol is nothing but the molecule that is synthesized by the fusion of two beta-naphthol molecule, right? 2-naphthol is also used as an antiseptic, also used in the preparation of perfumes, right? And synthesis of fungicides and as an antioxidants for rubber. Detection of alpha and beta-naphthol in urine, that is results in pesticide content in the body, and mainly the chlorpyrifos pesticide, right? If in urine test presence of 1 and 2-naphthol is detected, then it shows that pesticide content in the body is present, or pesticide is present into the body, and especially chlorpyrifos pesticide, right? Thank you.